Before we get to break, I want to revisit the beef between Shaq and my man Shannon Sharp. Shaq ruffled feathers last week with his criticism of Nikola Jokic winning his third NBA MVP over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, when Shannon used his podcast, Nightcap, to comment and weigh in and question Shaq's work ethic during his playing career. That's when a problem occurred. Shannon said Shaq was, quote, envious, end quote, of Jokic and his trio of MVP awards, and added he's in the conversation among NBA's greatest despite how dominant the four-time NBA champion was during his prime. Shaq responded by dropping a diss track on Instagram. We couldn't have access to that where we could air that for you. I know both of them. Obviously, Shaq a hell of a lot longer. That's my brother on so many levels. We go back a long ways. Shannon Sharp is somebody I'm proud to have as my partner on First Take on ESPN, at least a couple of weekday mornings each week, and our friendship has grown. Here's what I would say. Knowing Shaq the way that I do, having not spoken to him about this, Shaq probably took exception to being called envious of anybody, because he believes he's one of the greatest ever. He knows it, and he knows he's got the resume to prove it. As he would say, Google him. And 4 rings, you don't equal that with 1 chip. But Shannon wasn't talking about chips. He was talking about league MVP honors, which we know Shaq definitely earned and deserved more than 1, or actually deserved more than 1. They didn't give him more than 1, but he definitely deserved more than 1. So that's where Shannon was coming from with that. Shannon, knowing Shannon the way that I do, his whole position would be, why do you have Jokic on the air interviewing him and congratulating him for winning the league MVP award, but in the same breath tell him during the interview you didn't think he deserved it? Why would you do that to him on the day that he won the award? Now, no matter what position you take, both of them are Hall of Famers. Both of them are champions. Shannon in football, Shaq in basketball. It is what it is. And you can't talk about somebody how they really, really feel when you say they're envious, they're this, they're that, because you don't know. The other side to that, however, is if you Shaq, you should feel a bit salty about somebody getting 3 league MVPs when you know you deserved at least that many. You're wondering about the criteria. You're wondering about what it takes to really, really judge. You're wondering if there's a standard being imposed or that was imposed towards you in that era that's not being imposed now. And that might make you a bit salty. That makes perfect sense to me. I can't knock that. I feel Shaq on that part. But I also feel Shannon when Shannon's like, why would you say to that man on the day he's receiving that award he didn't deserve it, in your opinion? Why? Why would you do that to his face when he comes on the air to be interviewed by you? It's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here's my point to both folks. Get the hell over it. Shannon's got a platform, Nightcap, Club Shay Shay, doing his thing in a very, very, very big way over the digital stratosphere of YouTube and beyond. Big things. Major props to him. Shaq is Shaq. The man is an iconic figure, highly successful, more commercials than anybody on the planet, doing his thing. Damn near worth close to $1 billion himself. Shaq is fine. There's nothing wrong with differences in opinion, as long as it doesn't get beyond itself. 2 Hall of Famers arguing against one another with their perspectives makes total sense until it gets personal. No need for that. No need. Just my suggestion. Far be it for me to be the one to promote peace amongst everyone. But that's exactly what I'm